Hi, this is Misty Winters with Exposing Success. I am a little late getting my podcast out this week as I had I don't know if it was a stomach bug or I ate something that was not fresh. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can just imagine what came along with that. So I was out of commission for about 2 days. Took it slow eating again yesterday and then woke up feeling about 85% today. So I'm ready to get back into the game of, working out and meet my protein goals and all that stuff. But I kind of laid low there for a couple days and barely ate anything. So really didn't have the energy to do much. But anyways, so today we're back. So what if I told you that in 2 years from now, you could be living a completely different life? Are you willing to make that commitment to make some changes, not really even drastic changes, but make some changes that will lead you to a better life in just 2 years? And it may not even be 2 years that you really start feeling better and you start seeing results. It might be 6 months, and then in a year, you'll see even more. And then in 2 years, you will have a completely different life. Again, that's an estimate. That's not the exact time it takes, but let's just say it was 2 years, 2 full years of you committing to yourself and having true self-love. And if you haven't seen that episode on self-love, I believe it was the last one or the one before that, go back and listen to self-love, what true self-love is. And if you have true self-love for yourself, then you can make drastic changes in your life that will lead you to living your best life in 2 years. Let's just say it takes 2 years. And I'm still working on making changes and getting better. And I'm not saying I've completely maxed out, because that's for a whole nother episode. I want to speak about maxing out your life. We'll maybe do that the next episode, but I'm not completely maxed out. I'm still working on that. But I really do feel like you are never really done. You're always going to strive for the next thing. And that's what living your best life is looking for the next thing. What's the next thing I could do? How hard can I push my body? How much cleaner can I eat? How much more business can I take? Or how can I expand my business? Or, whatever it may be. But I do believe that the root of all that, the gateway to all that, is fitness and nutrition. So if you can dial in your nutrition and, really count your calories, make sure you're focusing on protein, and then also start weight training. Because I think growing up, my generation, growing up in the 90s, wasn't born in the 90s, but growing up in the 90s, I think a lot of our generation was always cardio, low calories cardio, low carbs cardio. And that wasn't getting anywhere. We were always chasing skinny. And I think the new thing that we should be chasing is strong. We want to be strong. And in order to be strong, you have to lift weights. And you don't want to be lifting comfortably. You want to make yourself a little uncomfortable. You want to lift till you feel a burn, and then maybe pump out another 1 or 2 after you feel that burn, or 5 if you can. And you want to always just be pushing yourself with weights. So I think more than focusing on cardio, we need to be focusing on weight. I mean, yes, cardio is important. It's important for your heart, and it does burn calories. But lifting weights is what is going to be burning calories after you're done working out. You're continuing to burn calories. This morning, I did arms, and it was arm day, and right now, currently, as I'm speaking, I'm still burning calories because I lifted weights this morning. And I also started my day off with high protein. So I've already set my day up for success. So what have you done today? Maybe you want to start lifting weights today. Today could be the first day of making changes that are going to fill you in the future. And sorry, I'm losing my words here. But you just want to do things today that your future self is going to thank you. I tell my 12-year-old that all the time. always tell him that, TikTok and, videos and all that, even though right now you're watching a video, but this video is going to help you in the future. But for the most part, those videos are not going to do anything for you for your future, but do something that your future self is going to thank yourself for. And you're never going to be happy that you ate the extra donut. You might be happy you ate a donut. That's okay. You can have a donut every once in a while, but you're not going to be happy that you overindulged yourself. But you're always going to be happy that you got up early and you made your bed and you worked out and you did that load of laundry and you got a handle on your day and you threw some chicken in the crock pot and then you weightlifted and you went on a 3-mile walk. And I mean, think of how good you feel at the end of the day that you've checked off all these boxes of things that you wanted to get done, that you told yourself that you were going to do, and you did it. So a lot of this is getting over some of that mental stuff where we're in our own heads. But when you start taking action, you will take more action. Body in motion stays in motion. So if you keep moving, you keep doing things, you're going to keep wanting to do things. I promise, because I'm a living example of that. Again, I'm not saying I have, the best body and I'm completely done. I'm not. I'm working on that. And it might be another 5 years before I have the body that I want, but that's fine. I have to live that 5 years anyway. So I'm fine with that. And also, when you work for something and it takes you time, you appreciate it more. Think about that. Think about if you want a car and you go out and buy it and you finance it and you finance all of it, you don't put anything down, and you get the car immediately. Of course you're happy. I mean, who doesn't want a new car? So happy. It's fun. But there's something about saving up for that car. And I'm not saying buying full cash. I mean, that's hard to do. But saving up for that car, putting a large down payment, and then making chunks of payments to get that car paid off really quickly. And then, owning that car outright in a couple of years because you've really disciplined yourself. There's something about that satisfaction versus being able to have what you want when you want it immediately. That delayed gratification is really important, I think. And that's what this journey is, making it being a lifestyle and not just a quick fix of, all these shots that are out and these pills are out and these surgeries and, these fad diets. Let's be honest, none of that's gonna stick. Because it's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to do that for the rest of your life. You're not going to be able to, count points or go keto. Like you just can't do that. Your body actually needs carbs. So you're never going to be able to do that for the rest of your life. And, some of these things, some of these fads that are out right now, those can't be good for your body. To give yourself something that's going to help you lose weight or suppress your diet or suppress your appetite, that is not going to be good for you in the long run. If you really think about it. And I understand it's hard. Believe me, I did it. It is so hard. And there's so many discouraging days along the way. But if you keep at it and you are consistent, not perfect, but consistent, and you stay with it every single day, 80% of the time, you can have your fun days. I'm going out with a couple of my most favorite people on Monday, and I am going to enjoy it. I'm not going to worry about counting calories. I'm not going to, if you've ever been to Colombia, they bring out that big warm thing of Cuban bread with real butter. So good. And then I get the salad, not for calorie reasons, just because it's so stinking good. And then at the end, I'm going to get some bread pudding. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm getting bread pudding. It's like 1,000,000 calories, but I'm going to see if my friends will split it with me. And every single bite, I am going to enjoy the heck out of it. Why? Because I'm consistent the rest of the time. So I can enjoy those moments and not have to feel guilty and not have to worry about it. And it doesn't mess with my head because I know that I'm doing all of the things to be successful before and after that. So that one meal is not going to define me. So you can have fun. It's not, life isn't over when you start switching your life over to this healthier way. You just have to be smart with the rest of your day, and you have to be consistent. Consistent, let's just say 80% of the time. Okay, 80% of the time. So there might be a 20% part of the day where, you want to get ice cream with your kids after school. Go get ice cream with your kids after school. Do it. You should. You should spend that quality time with them. But you really need to make sure you're meeting your protein goals. You really need to make sure you're lifting those weights. You need to do all the other things. And then you'll realize that you don't have to have that all or nothing mentality. Your day's not completely messed up because you made a couple poor choices. Still do the weight training. Still go on an evening walk. Still drink your water. And then, even if you have 2 really bad meals that day, that's fine. Continue to do all the other things that day. So it might be like a 60-40 day or a 50-50 day. We have 50% bad choices and the 50%. That's fine. Do all the 50% of good things that day still. And then the next day, get back on the horse and push yourself to strive for at least 80%. And who knows, you might get 90 or maybe even 100% that day. But strive for 80. Let's strive for 80. And then 80% of good choices. 80%, of all the good things. And then see where that leads you. And I promise you, if you stick to it, I promise you, I can make this promise to you. If you stick to it, if you do the things you're supposed to do, then you will see changes. You will see changes, I promise. And give it 2 years and you will see you'll transform into a completely different person. And so anyway, I also have a very, very cool announcement coming up. So hopefully you follow me on socials, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and this is on YouTube. That I try to do all these posts on all those 4 different social media platforms. And so hopefully you follow me so you can hear my big announcement. So I'm super excited about that. And also another little shout out for my little mini bestie. I call her my mini bestie because when me and my bestie would meet for lunch and stuff when she was a little girl, she would think that we were meeting for her, because I was her bestie. So cute. And so anyway, she probably doesn't still feel that way about me because she's getting older and she's just, too cool for school. But I still think she's my mini bestie. So anyway, but this is from her. I know I pointed it out before, but it's just so pretty and I love it so much. So anyway, so be blessed, go out and conquer the day and make it your best life. Have a great day.